Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special Halloween presentation of the Never-Rad Miscellany. We've got some spooky pieces for you this evening, guaranteed to entertain. We'll hear from some of our old favorites, as well as some new characters and some new Halloween-themed stories. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Changing Hands and the Newton Performance Space for allowing us to have our event here. We are so thrilled to be able to do this sort of thing on a monthly basis now. Now, I know that some of you in the audience are new to what we do here at the Never-Rad Miscellany. It's possible that you've walked in casually while you were looking for a book on a Monday night. It's possible that you were having a beer or a glass of wine at one of the coziest spots in town when you were told that there was an event. It's possible you've been dragged here by a friend and have no idea what's about to happen. In that case, there's some things you might want to know. We've been doing these live podcast recordings since 2019. If this is something you like, then I highly recommend checking out our past live shows or podcast episodes at neverrad.com. We're doing our best to reintroduce some of our favorite characters to our new format here at the Newton, but we have a whole trove of content just waiting for you there on the website in both audio and video formats if you'd like. Also, the show this evening is free of entry charge. No one has to pay a ticket fee or anything of that nature, but at the same time, putting on a production like this costs money. We currently have goals of having a second camera to improve the look of our videos and having a dedicated sound person. You'll see why that's a problem in about 60 pages. These are less glamorous jobs, and even our closest, dearest friends who do this sort of work will not do it for free. So if you'd like to support us in our endeavors to grow and improve, please consider contributing to our project. We've got a tip jar at the front here. We've also got a Patreon. That's neverrad.com/Patreon. You can make monthly contributions. We're looking at improving that. You can also just throw money at us at any point if you want. I don't think anybody's gonna argue with that. Just distract an actor by right to the face. That would be paper bills only. No coins. Do not throw coins at anyone, please. You can put coins in the tip jar, I guess. If you got a pocket full of change. We'll edit the jangle out as you walk to the side of the stage and unburden yourself. You can contribute whatever you think that the show is worth to you. With that housekeeping out of the way, it's time that we dive into the most important part of any warm-up act for a horror sci-fi comedy podcast live recording in a space attached to a bookstore, and that is audience calibration. This is really, really easy if you haven't done it before. Just react the way that you would if you were actually experiencing the things that I describe. Thing number 1. You were bitten last night, and now the hunger is truly taking over. Yes, you've been zombified, and now you hunger for brains. Good. No, wait. Maybe it was a different kind of bite. It's a full moon. You feel yourself turning into a wolf, and you need to howl. Wait a second. That wasn't a wolf bite at all. Could it be a vampire bite? You feel the power of eternal life surging through you, and you decide to cackle to yourself in your castle in your newly adopted Eastern European accent. You know, we'll take it. Whatever kind of laugh you got, we'll take it. And finally, you're about to witness the greatest science fiction audio drama live show podcast recording experience available to you without getting up and going somewhere else, the Never-Rad Miscellany. We did have some last-minute recasting and things like that. Just as a heads up, there might be a little more shuffling and some, awkward moments. Just so you know. Let's get things started. Oh, and I guess I stay here.
33 solar orbits ago, a rogue AI deleted 71% of all crypto memes. The space stock market crashed, and panic rippled across the galaxy. In a rare moment of desperation, I took out a small private loan that came with, frankly, usurious interest rate. Under normal circumstances, I would never do such a thing, but I was in dire need of liquidity to shore up Great Uncle Frenchabold's ham shandy cannery. The market recovered, but Frenchabold's franchise never did. All redated documents were destroyed when one of the hard ham distillation tanks exploded thanks to a totally unforeseeable malfunction, and the whole concern was reduced to ashes. The insurance payout was supposed to remunerate the loan originator, one Mr. James Goomblatz, but apparently the check bounced because I was recently visited by a pair of his representatives. I was shown the original agreement, the current outstanding balance after interest, and some medical diagrams of alternate payment methods, which, let me tell you, are less than desirable.
Why don't you just pay off the loan? You have craploads of credits, mountains of mammon, dunes of doubloons.
This concept is likely beyond the reckoning of your prodigal pea brain, but no fortune is limitless. Especially when under assault by the supreme deity we call compound interest.
Can we compound this conversation? My interest is declining.
I've no time for your japes, Caesar. If I do not pay Mr. Goomblatz by the end of the lunar cycle, I will be, let us say, indefinitely indisposed, and thus unable to facilitate your squander-bound trust fund disbursements.
Well, surely you can set up recurring transfers via that Hallo-Pad app, Sendmo? I use it all the time to pay skippers. You know, boat captains. I am an avid fisherman.
I have seen the receipts, Caesar, and I am sure you have caught plenty of crabs. I appreciate your concern for my life, by the way. Let me try to crystallize the situation for you. If you do not find a way to pay Mr. Goomblatz this month, no more allowance, no more space mega yacht, no more skippers.
I am a rugged stoic. I can do without.
No more fancy cocktails.
I will find this money.
That is what I thought. Thankfully, I have a plan.
How much do you owe? We need a plan.
Do not worry about the amount. I have a plan.
A heist, perhaps. We'll need a man on the inside, you son of a bitch.
Quiet, Caesar. I shall tell you the plan.
Ooh, a search for the lost treasure of an infamous thief, you son of a bitch.
For the love of Glob, Caesar, I am trying to explain.
I know, we inherit a massive fortune from a long-lost relative, but only if we can stay in their creepy haunted mansion, you son of a bitch.
Glob, damn it, Caesar, I have a bloody plan, and that's not... Well, that actually is pretty close.
You son of a bitch.
I will cut you.
Ouch! Careful with those sewing pins, Aunt B. I can only handle so many pricks.
That's what she... No, I will not stoop to your level. Stand up straight. This robe needs to look perfect.
Then why are you making it? Can we not have QC print a fitting garment for me?
No. Matterjet printers leave a data trail, and QC's memory is subject to subpoena. If this impersonation is to work, it must be convincing and untraceable. Lucky for us, you bear a striking resemblance to our subject.
Who am I supposed to be again?
Nestor bedamned.
Is cursing him really necessary? We're already stealing his fortune.
Bedamned is his surname. The Bedamned are old money. Very old money. They've been at the top of Fortunate 5 Million's list of ultra-mega stupid rich since the beginning of recorded history.
Well, I have never heard of them.
Perhaps because they have never been featured in the Space Gentleman's Quarterly Celebrity Side Boob Nipple Slip Hollow Blast Semi-Annual Semi-Manual.
You read the SGQCSBNS HBSASM?
Only because you are leering at one right now, and it is in the way, you lecherous lepton. Put it down, stand up straight, and keep memorizing your backstory.
Fine.
Who are you?
Nestor Bedamned, heir to the Bedamned fortune and long-lost brother of Mucus Bedamned.
Muniz.
Gesundheit.
Muniz Bedamned, the patriarch of the Bedamned household. His brother Nestor mysteriously vanished 20 years ago. This is life or death. Caesar, have you listened to anything I've told you?
Everything with rapt attention. But let us pretend I have not, and just repeat the important bits.
Fine. As boys, Nestor and Muniz, the Bedamned brothers, were thick as thieves. They begrudgingly fulfilled the expectations of high society youths, but preferred to roam the swamps of their home planet Shostakovich, often sneaking their favorite slimy creatures into formal events to terrorize the uptight guests.
Nice.
Approximately 20 years ago, Nestor mysteriously disappeared. There was a massive search to no avail. The family was devastated.
Very nice.
What? Caesar, put down the damned hollow blast!
Anything you say, Auntie. What are we doing?
Caesar Hidalgo, Ulysses Gigapenny Salamander! You will be the death of me. Literally! Now, new plan. We drop you on the Bedamned doorstep and pretend you have total amnesia. Just play dumb.
Piece of cake.
Precisely. Just remember, you will ostensibly be reconnecting with your long-lost family, but you must gain access to the Bedamned vault and bring one of its treasures to me.
Just one?
Just one. The mouth of Plutus.
What is the mouth of Plutus?
An ancient artifact rumored to be the foundation of the whole Bedamned fortune. It is said the mouth of Plutus can produce an infinite quantity of any precious substance. We are going to borrow it, clear my debt, and then return it to the Bedamned vault.
Return it?
That is correct. These may be desperate measures, but when desperate times have passed, I shall not live my life as a leech, wastefully clinging to someone else's nest egg.
I see. That would be pathetic.
Indeed.
What?
One last thing. It is time to shave your head.
No. My hair is the basis of my entire look. It took ages to get it right, and there's already a draft in here.
It is done. Thank goodness for Gentleman Jorlak's old-fashioned automatic straight laser shavers.
What? No, dear Glub, what have you done?
Get in the shuttle and put down that damned hollow blast.
You signaled?
Hello there. My, you are a tall fellow, and gaunt, but in a good way, like a sexy gaunt. Please don't hurt me.
May I help you?
Yes, my name is Nestor. I do not remember anything.
On guard! Ha! Trudge! I heard the rusty door sound effect. Who is it?
It is a Mr. Sinister.
Just Nestor.
Ha! What does he want? Ha! I am battling my demons! Ha ha!
What do you want, Mr. Nestor?
I do not recall.
Did you say Nestor? How dare you take my brother's name, you Satan's tail? Nestor? My brother, is it really you?
My name is Nestor. I have amnesia.
The face, the robe, the beautifully dim-witted look in your eyes, it is you! Gone for so many years, now standing on my doorstep. Nestor, it is me, Muniz bedamned, your brother.
Yes, I am definitely your brother. I mean, I can't remember anything, but it seems like I am really your brother, right?
Yes, come into my arms, my beamish boy. Forgive my perspiration. My psychoanalyst told me to fence my demons, or face my demons. But fencing doesn't do damage, so I assume she meant fence. Please, come in. Be careful not to cross the line of salt next to the pentagram. Not without a rapier, at least. Would you like a rapier? I saved your old one. It still has toad venom on the tip. No, there will be time for that later. You must meet the family. Morbidia, Midweek, Thugland, Grandmamum. Come here.
Yes, my darling. Oh, my, who is this dull-eyed dulce de leche?
I am overjoyed to introduce my long-lost brother, Nestor bedamned.
Oh, Muniz, how grand. You finally found him. Pleased to meet you, mon beau-frère.
Dull-eyed? Wow, that is a firm hug. And a firm kiss on the cheek. Ooh, with tongue and teeth.
She is a passionate woman. Aren't you, mi amada muerte?
Oh, Muniz, it drives me crazy when you say that.
Mi amada muerte.
I hope this is important, Father. I just made a breakthrough in my research on motivational electrocution. Who's the lampshade with the vacant expression?
Is there something wrong with my face?
Nestor, this is my daughter, Midweek. Midweek, meet your uncle, my long-lost brother, Nestor bedamned.
Hello, Uncle. Have you ever been electrocuted?
I do not remember.
Pity.
Midweek, where is your brother, Thuglin?
He's unconscious in our workshop. It seems 220 volts is just beyond his motivational threshold.
You crazy kids. Get the smelling salts and fetch him to the dining hall. It is time for a celebration. Grandmamum?
Yes, keep your knickerbockers on. I'm coming.
Are your joints acting up again?
No, I was finishing up a hex for Beaky Trudman next door. She asked if I like my hairstyle, and it sounded kind of bitchy, so she'll be pooping frogs for 2 weeks. Who's the dim-looking dandy? He looks familiar.
Seriously, is something wrong with my face?
Grandmamum, this is my brother, Nestor.
Lost and found, eh?
Yes, isn't it grand?
What's for dinner? I'm thinking Hex-Mex.
Tonight, we eat everything. It shall be the greatest feast of all time. Welcome home, Nestor.
Thanks. Ah! What is that? What did I just step on?
The disembodied foot with the wiggling toes?
Yeah!
Oh, it's that. Well, some would call that a pet, but to us, that is part of the family. Aren't you that? Aren't you just the best little part of the family? Yes, you are. Oh, that's my good that.
Cool. It's climbing my leg now. That's cool. May I use the restroom?
Of course. Trudge, please show him the way. That heel.
I told you not to call me until the job was done. Did you get the item?
No, and I'm not going to. This menagerie of horrors is no place for a space gentleman. I tripped over a foot, Aunt Berthatrude. A foot!
I do not care if you tripped over a furlong. Get up and get me that statue. Do not call me again until it is in your hands.
Aunt Berthatrude, help! Blast it all to Hades.
Everything all right in there, Nestor? Did you fall in? Just kidding. There is a kraken in the pipes, though, so be careful.
All good, brother. Just wishing I skipped that second chimichanga.
Understood. Give him hell, kiddo. I'll give you a tour after you've slain the beast, metaphorically speaking. Do not fuck with the kraken.
You can do this, Caesar. You are strong, confident, and resourceful. You need nothing but your wits and will. I need a drink.
Huzzah! How's the Tom Collins?
Good and strong, thank you. It does have a unique fermentation profile.
You noticed. We broke out the good stuff for you, hermano. It's very special reserve. 37 years old. It's a devil finding someone whose real name is Tom Collins and stuffing him into the gin barrel for each batch.
What an honor. One more, please.
Trudge be a deer and fetch Nestor another TC. Here we are, the Bedamned family graveyard. Remember when we used to play hide and seek amongst these headstones? You always hid in the sarcophagus of the triple great-grandpa Nephropothes. Smelled like a mummy for days. Is any of this jogging your memory?
I am afraid not.
Damn. Let's head inside and see if we can't shake something loose. I have an idea. Morbidia! Perfect timing, my dear. Could you show Nessie around a while while I run and get our old bat-skin zoot suits? I think they are in the vault.
I could come with you.
Nonsense. There is so much more to see.
Oh, please, come with me.
How can I say no? Your grip is very strong and sharp.
This room was once a torture chamber. Iron maidens, stretching racks, the scorpion box. So many implements of fear and pain were used here. The dank walls absorbed a patina of blood and terror. Then we converted it into a rumpus room.
What did you change?
Nothing.
That is nice.
Oh, that? Get down! It is rude to tickle a guest, even if they are family. This way, Nestor.
This might be the longest spiral staircase I have ever climbed. I mean, I do not remember anything. But this seems unnecessarily exhausting and damp.
Isn't it enchanting? The architect wanted to add a hover lift, but he slipped and fell down the entire staircase. It took over an hour.
Did he live?
Oh, we're here. Grandmamum's reading room.
Reading? There's only one book.
The bedamned grimoire.
Where did you come from?
The shadows. It's where I like to nap and creep. Would you like a reading?
No, thank you. I'm more of a spaceport paperback thriller type, and I do not recognize these symbols. And the book is gnashing its teeth.
Oh, no, laddie. Reading that book would painfully warp you into a malformed, unholy, and disgusting hell beast of unimaginable evil with an unceasing hunger for the blood of the innocent. As fun as that sounds, we haven't time, and I don't want you bogarting my innocent's blood.
Aw, shucks.
I mean a psychic reading. Sit down at this table made of leg bones.
Oh, I'm good.
I hope not, Morbidia.
Please, Nestor. I insist.
How can I resist when you so politely clench my shoulders in your clawed and vice-like grip?
That's my boy. I just need one lock of hair.
I am bald.
Not completely.
Oh dear, ouchie!
Got it? All I need now is one tooth
Ouchie!
and one finger.
No, please!
Well, I didn't know you needed a finger to do a reading, Grandmamum.
I don't this is for another thing.
Oh, Grandmamum. As much as I love a good digital download, dinner will be ready soon and he'll need to use chopsticks.
Fine then. Sit still and clear your mind. Empty it of all thoughts. It may take a little while.
Done.
Wow. Okay, here we go. Ancient spirits of the great beyond, rise from your dark slumber and make me your vessel of truth, that we may reveal the deepest secrets of our newfound family member. Shush. Great old ones, nightmare demons of deadly strength, open your vengeful, all-seeing eyes and let us gaze into the very soul of the man before me. I summon thy sight and thy power.
Oh, be quiet. This is the best part.
I am Shesbeth Sathanis. How dare you awaken me from my slumber? I just got back to sleep. Oh, great Shesbeth, tell us the story of our newest guest, his disappearance, his time of absence, his discovery. What does your omniscience inform?
I should go now.
No. Shesbeth hasn't visited in years and they're here just for you. Let's listen.
Oh, is that all? A 20-year biography of this bald blockhead? Why must you entitled little shits waste my time with, hey, you owe me a favor? Remember the king's ring thing? You just wanted the finger, maybe, but I could have kept the ring and made you work for me. I would have so much dirt on that beaky Trudeman right now. Fine. This dumb-looking guy. He's been awash in liquor for several decades, nursed along by an overtaxed animunculus, achieving nothing of note and forming no meaningful bonds.
Oh, you poor thing.
Hey, I did all kinds of, nothing. I remember nothing.
He was brought here by an interplanetary investor hoping to secure a large quantity of
Midweek? What are you doing?
Shesbeth! Damn it, we lost the connection.
Oh, look what you've done, Midweek. We were learning all about your uncle, and now Shesbeth is gone and Nestor is unconscious.
And he peed on my pentagram.
He's not who he says he is.
What do you mean, darling?
I found a video of him on Galactic Talk.
What is that? It sounds evil.
It is. But not in a fun way. Look.
I'm the wiener dance guy!
It was posted by a user named @CutieEdgyTesty with the hashtag Space Lord Salamander added again.
Space Lord who?
I discovered that @CutieEdgyTesty follows a Twitster user named @SexySpaceLord, whose bio says Space Lord Cesar Salamander.
I have his feed pulled up in my crystal ball right now. He seems like a real douche.
It's possible that this salamander is just a foolish drunk who happens to look like Nestor.
I don't think so. His Twitster feed keeps mentioning a Berthatrude. I heard him say that same name in the bathroom.
You listened to our guest in the bathroom?
Yes.
Why?
I wanted to hear the Kraken freestyle rapping.
It is getting pretty good.
Oh, I know. I've heard the mixtape. That was still an invasion of privacy, Midweek. Go fetch Trudge and have him carry our guest to the dining room. I'll find Muniz and we can all talk about it there.
I'll go get the scorpion box.
Grandmamum, please. This is no time for fun and games.
Who's playing games? If we're doing an interrogation, I'll need a snack.
Nestor, wake up.
Huh?
His name is Salamander.
We don't know that yet.
Midweek, where is your brother Thuglin?
He's still unconscious. I tried increasing the voltage, but he just lay there. Lazy bones.
Whoever you are, wake up! I don't have much time left.
Oh, Grandmamum, are you ill?
Do I look ill? Space PD Small Towns Division is on in 20 minutes, and I forgot to set the DVR in my crystal ball.
Hello? Where am I?
Do you know who you are?
I am not sure.
Do you know who I am?
You are my brother, Muniz. Muniz Bedamned. I am Nestor Bedamned. This is our mansion on the planet Shostakovich. This is my family.
He's lying. We should up the voltage till he cracks.
There's no time. Throw him to the Kraken and be done with it. Save me a finger, though.
Well, there is no need for violence, ladies. Muniz, may I take him to the rumpus room and help him unwind?
Everyone, please settle down. All right, fellow. Here's the video, the Twitster feed, and the recording from the bathroom. What do you have to say for yourself?
That's not me.
Liar!
I mean, it was me. But I wasn't myself. I remember a life of hollow pursuits, pretending to be important, but feeling like an imposter. This Berthatrude woman must have kidnapped me as a boy and raised me as her own. I feel like a fog has been lifted from my mind.
If you were kidnapped by Berthatrude, why did she send you back here?
She sent me to rob you, or burgle you, technically. Burgle us. She wants the mouth of Plutus, I guess to clear up some old debt she owed to James Goomblatz. I'm so sorry, brother. I would never betray this family. I was under her sway this whole time, but no more.
I forgive you.
You believe him?
No, not the Nestor part at least. Nestor would know the mouth of Plutus was a rumor started by triple great-grandpa Nephropothes to conceal our true source of wealth, medicated undergarments. Also, Nestor could tolerate far more voltage.
Oh, Muniz, I'm so sorry you must be without your brother still. What shall we do with this stranger?
Electrocution.
Rumpus room!
I don't care, just save me a finger!
Please, beloved family, I have made up my mind. No harm shall come to this buffoonish dimwit or his conniving aunt.
Aww.
Pity.
I know. But I've had dealings with Jim Goomblatz. He's a notorious asshat who owes our family quite a few credits. It will be more fun to watch his face when I ring him up and tell him to let these plebeians off the hook, kneecaps intact.
Really?
Some kinds of torture are even sweeter than the scorpion box.
You know, these could really use some sugar.
Go ahead, Salamander. Call your Berthatrude and give her the news. Do you understand?
I do.
You better have some good news.
I do.
And?
I remember everything. I'm the real Nestor Bedamned, and I shall hear no more of your lies, Aunt Berthatrude.
Wait,
What?
Muniz explained everything. It took a jolt from my sweetest niece Midweek to clear my mind. But clear it is. Your spell is broken.
that's not what I said.
All those years you manipulated me, making me drink and carouse, act like a fool, embarrassing myself, wearing those ridiculous clothes, the desperate, pathetic attempts at validation, the claim to be a space gentleman. This is over now. I have a new family, my old family, the Bedamned family.
That is not your situation at all.
It is time for all new adventures. They'll be creepy and kooky, mysterious and...
Thank you, Midweek.
Is he dead? Stop humping the corpse.
Hey, hello, Caesar, are you there?
Berthatrude, this is Muniz Bedamned.
Did you kill my nephew? I mean, I have no idea who this is.
It's all right. I am aware of your ruse and your debt to Jim Goomblatz. Both are forgiven, so long as you stay out of our business, his business, and the medicated undergarment business. Capiche?
Ah, yes. Thank you.
Oh, Muniz, you are so sweet, I could just die.
Well, if you did, I'd take up necromancy again. Come to me, amada muerte.
Oh, you know it makes me crazy when you call me that.
Amada muerte.
Well then, goodbye.
I'm going upstairs to watch SPD STD.
Where am I?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special Halloween presentation of You Got Murdered, Bitch, the #1 true crime podcast in this sector of the Milky Way. I'm Janice.
Oh, my space god, and I'm Rebeckie.
Oh, my space god.
Girl, look at you.
I know.
You are looking so hot.
It's a new sweater.
Oh, my space god, because it's
Sweater weather! I am so ready to talk to you about this week's murder. But first, you know what we need to talk about. Rosé! Yes, bitch. Tonight, I'm drinking a sexy little bev from Camellia Lute's celebrity vineyard, Cristale Farms, called Pinking Problem.
And I'm draining this delicious little number called Pank from Scarin's Vines on one of the moons of Sacramento.
I love rosé.
Oh, my space god, I know.
Almost as much as I love murders. And, like, definitely more than I love Tony.
Hey, babe.
Hey, baby.
Oh, my space god. So, listeners, you all know Tony, Janice's hubby, and also our sound editor and our producer. Say hi, Tony.
Hey.
Oh, my God. I love him.
Tony is so great. Like, you are so lucky. But we have to talk about this week's murder.
Yes, I am so excited.
Bitch, there is no way you're as excited as I am.
I definitely am.
No way.
Fine. We're both excited.
There is nothing hotter or more exciting than murder.
Oh, my space god, I know. Okay, so let's tell them.
Okay, just a second. Oh, my space god, that is so good. Former reality show stars are like vintner geniuses, I swear.
So, you are never gonna believe this, guys, but we're recording tonight from a haunted space station.
Yes, bitch!
So, tons of you have been asking us when we were going to get to the case we're talking about this week.
Get excited.
You've all heard the stories about Cromulix 9, the insanely haunted space station first built 300 years ago by the Gruffson Mining Company.
So creepy.
And, of course, there was that movie they made like a decade ago.
Yeah. But the real story is like so much darker than the film lets on. They had to cut like 2.5 hours off the runtime due to the ratings board and a couple of bad test screenings.
Did you see that petition for them to release a director's version? I hear it's 14 hours long and so much grittier.
I already signed it. Come on, release the Sedna cut.
Yes, I cannot wait for all the blood.
Don't forget the unhinged, chaotic violence.
Yeah, some beings got real messed up here. Okay, so like the big news.
Yes.
Guess where we are?
We're on the space station.
Where it all happened. Oh my space god! So, for tonight's super special ep, we're gonna take you, our sexy murder fans, right into the heart of the deadliest mining space station / sleepaway camp in the Morbius asteroid cluster, where we will tell you the real story of the Morbhead murders. You got murdered, bitch!
All right, so we've got our refills and our backup oxygen, and Tony just beamed us down into the space station's front lobby, which is like super dated.
Right? I think my mom had this flooring in their cabana on Titan like 1,000 years ago.
So 90s. I would not want to be murdered here.
Right? Oh my space god. We have to do an episode about the best murder locations.
Like the hottest places to get murdered?
Yeah, like if you're gonna get murdered anyway, why not have it be someplace amazeballs?
Thank you! Girl, you always know exactly what I'm thinking.
Okay, so, the story. Rebecca, I'm gonna let you set it up.
Yay! Okay. The year is 2793. Gobulus Pazal has just been elected Chancellor of the Ophias system. Jodhpurs are back in fashion and hotter than ever. Everybody is jamming out to visualize Wyvern's hit single Electromagnetic.
Such a banger.
People are still saying banger re-ironically, which is like when something was earnest and then it was ironic and then it wasn't and then it was again. And here, on the Cromulux 9 mining outpost, the annual summer sleepaway career camp for hot teens who want to be space miners is in full swing.
Girl, did you ever go to a summer camp?
I did space soccer camp like every year in high school.
And you never got murdered?
Oh my space god. Anyway, the summer sleepaway career camp for hot teens who want to be space miners is like a huge thing. Because mining is such a huge career path in space for some reason, the sleepaway camp is always fully booked. And this year,
2793.
Yeah, 2793, there are 6 teens coming to camp whose lives would be forever changed.
Well, ended.
Yeah, that's a kind of forever change.
Okay, you got me.
These 6 hot teens,
Najla Jemison, Kelvin Kirkpatrick, Troy Martinez, Peter Parker, Emily Favlova, and Ness Lachlan,
would be murdered.
like to death. Sexy!
Super weird that one of them was named Peter Parker, right?
Why?
Never mind. Anyway,
The 6 of them found themselves caught up in a web of mayhem and violence that they never could have expected. Their last nights in space were spent desperately trying to escape what fate had in store for them.
but they didn't.
And honestly, what did they expect? The Morbius asteroid cluster is well known to be one of the top 10 most haunted celestial zones in all of known space, and they were at a sleepaway camp.
I know, right? Like, come on.
Anyway, they all got super murdered, and we're here to check out where it happened.
I'm so excited because this is like the biggest mass murder we've had since our first season.
Right? I am so glad we got here before those fletch heads at Murder She Drank.
I hate them. Their podcast is so store brand.
I know. They don't understand murder like we do.
Okay, but back to like our murders for this week.
Okay, but real quick, and I'm so sorry, but we have to cut to an ad from our show sponsors. Tony, can you cue the ad up?
I put them in later.
What?
I edit them in later, babe.
Oh, okay.
Hello out there, my scintillating sex-positive sluts, my thirst-trapping thoughts, my goth girlfriends of varying titty size. It is I, Madame Tumescent, and it is time again for the Hot-tober Super Sale at Madame Tumessen's Erotic Costume Shop. Madame Tumessen's Erotic Costume Shop has everything from elegant All Hallows evening gowns,
All class.
to self-twerking haunted thongs.
That ass.
Thank you, Grackle. Everyone loves a spooky, sexy mashup. You can get overpriced cat ears and cheap lingerie at holiday cash grab pop-ups inside any old abandoned sporting goods store. But at Madame Tumessen's Erotic Costume Shop, you get film-quality full-body appliances and makeup to create hyper-real, gory dismemberment and decay, accented by adorable vintage garters, stockings, and bustiers.
Ooh la la.
Thank you, Grackle. Check out this tiny top hat and tailcoat, perfect for a luscious lion tamer. Well, guess what, you sexy circus freak? It comes with 4 deep, bloody gashes to completely disfigure your face and a real dangling eyeball. Here, kitty kitty.
Meow.
Thank you, Grackle. This zombie nurse outfit is sure to get all the flatliners beeping again. White mini dress with red lowercase t on the bust, sexy little nurse's hat, and half the flesh melted off of your body, tattered skin scraps unable to hide the decaying viscera that ought not to be seen. Paging Dr. McSteamy.
I wish I could afford health insurance.
I didn't invent HMOs, Grackle. We'll talk about it next quarter. Which reminds me, the fun doesn't have to end on All Saints' Day. Madame Tumessen's Erotic Costume Shop has sexy attire for every holiday. Turkey costumes with the gizzard hanging out. Santa Claus skeletons. Nightmare Demon Easter Bunny. It's just a regular Easter Bunny costume. Come on down to Madame Tumessen's Erotic Costume Shop, where we've got you covered almost year-round. The pumpkin spice condoms are only available September through January.
Delish.
Thank you, Grackle.
Hey, you. Are you looking forward to Halloween this year?
Heck yeah, I'm going to Brachel's this year. That party is always hecka tight.
Fuck that shit. Rachel's never gonna fuck you, and her parties are mediocre at best.
Well, I guess I don't know where else to go.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
It was really more of a statement.
This year, the hottest Halloween party is Abyss Bash 2822.
Abyss? You mean like a party near those caves we're not supposed to go in?
Not just near, bromigo. This year, we're going all the way in. Abyss Bash 2822 is happening at the heart of the cave systems the man doesn't want you visiting. The man doesn't want you having the best time of your whole fucking life. We've got alcohol, sponsored by New Amsterdam. We've got DJ Zoom Zoom. We've got the vodkini gals go dancing all night long. We've got the Abyss Creature. We've even got foam.
What was that about the Abyss Creature?
When it gets close to midnight, the Abyss Creature is going to emerge from 1,000-year slumber for a special DJ set that no one will ever forget.
It plays music? It's not gonna, just eat everyone, is it?
Either way, it's gonna be one sick party you do not want to miss.
I'm a little concerned about the Abyss Creature still.
It's an honor to be consumed by the Abyss Creature as it wakes from its 1,000-year slumber to begin a brand new reign of terror across the sector. It is the raddest of experiences to be the first flesh it feasts on as it brings the dawn of a new era of darkness and suffering. Did I mention the foam?
Why are people doing this?
It's gonna be sick.
But Reign of Terror.
I did mention the Vodkini girls, right? And the New Amsterdam alcohol sponsorship? And the moment when we disrobe and begin the orgy to honor the fallen ones just before the Abyss Creature's mind-blowing DJ set?
Orgy, huh?
An orgy of great music, great drinks, hot babes of every kind, and awesome Halloween vibes.
And then Reign of Terror.
You got it. It's time to fucking party. Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in.
That's what I'm talking about, bromigo. This Halloween, we usher in a new era of terror. Abyss Bash 2822. A party you've never experienced.
Come to me.
Okay, sexy murder fans, we are back.
Coming to you from the Cromulux 9 mining station, the location of the notorious Morbhead murders, where 6 hot teens who wanted to be space miners were murdered at a sleepaway camp by this charismatic, sexiest space house, Stone Cold.
Okay, we don't know that.
Okay, but I mean, like, don't we? Jarasona Jala played the killer in the movie, and he was voted sexiest humanoid alive by Beings Magazine like 6 times.
Okay, you got me. He is so hot.
God, that movie.
I know. I have to say, while the movie version had a lot of issues.
A lot?
So many. They definitely totally nailed the vibe of this place.
You know, they actually filmed it right here in the actual space station.
Yeah, obviously, but all the reshoots they did after the first test screen was on a soundstage on Jupiter Station, and that's like most of the movie.
I always forget that.
Anyway, looking around the lobby, it is super creepy. Like, you could totally believe somebody got murdered here.
Somebody did get murdered here. Like several somebodies.
Oh, my space god. Yeah, that's right. I had a total Verbasian brainworm there.
You have brainworms?
No, I was just saying, like a figure of speech.
Okay, cool. So, we thought it would be totally fun to not just tell you the story of the murders, but also, like, compare what really happened with the cinematic version.
That's right. So, Tony, are you ready? Buckle your space belts and get ready to listen.
Yeah, babe. It's all queued up.
This is the scene where the 6 victims make their fateful decision. Okay, roll that clip, babe.
Troy, you awake?
It's like 4 in the afternoon. What are you talking about, Emily?
Oh, right. Sorry, I guess I'm just so used to having to sneak around when I'm exploring at night.
You've been exploring at night, too? Peter and Najla and I have been talking about checking out the forbidden decks.
No way! Ness!
Yeah?
Troy and Najla and Peter are going down to the forbidden decks.
That's what we were going to do tonight with Kelvin.
I know!
Do you think?
We should all go together.
Smart idea. That way, it's easier to split up into small groups.
That settles it. We'll meet up tonight here in the front lobby.
I'll bring snacks.
Coolio.
Okay, so that was the film version of what happened.
It's crazy how wrong Spollywood gets these things.
I know. Did you see the costume they put on Desdemona Mexico to play Emily?
So cringe.
And not period accurate, like at all. Nobody was wearing skin-tight silver lame catsuits in 2793. They were over.
So, when the fateful 6 met up that night,
they had no idea what they were in for. They headed to the space station's fire escape and snuck down the stairs, all the way to the forbidden decks.
Which is where
we're going right now. Oh, my space god, we're here! Okay, so the rest of the story. The 6 hot teens who wanted to be space miners had made it here to the forbidden decks.
Which is like full of janitor supplies and robots that need to be repaired and the HR containment area and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, while they thought they were totally safe,
they heard something they'd never expect.
Come on down to Galaxy's Hell Yeah stuff. We've got lifted off-road space trucks, flamethrowers that you can attach to lifted off-road space trucks, badass rocket ships, knives, flamethrowers that you can attach to knives, legal and illegal substances, an underground alien fight club, and things you can use to make other things that aren't dead. Galaxy's Hell Yeah stuff. Open weekdays till 8, Saturdays and Sundays till 5. Get hype!
This is a non-intrusive, dynamically inserted ad brought to you by the Pod Ads Galactic LLC.
Expected. Let's go back to the movie.
Whoa. Anybody know where Troy is? Oh, there he is.
I'm here,
All right.
I'm here.
Some of these busted bots are nearly 2 years old.
That's crazy.
I know.
And here the train goes off the track.
64 pages in there.
Oh, page 64.
Mentioned you had some awkward casting changes.
What was that?
Sorry, I tripped over a maintenance droid.
You totally scared me.
Yeah, Gov. I almost jumped out of my gravity boots.
Okay, that wasn't me.
We better split up to investigate. There's 6 of us, so we should be able to cover a lot of ground pretty quickly.
Meet back here in 5 parsecs.
Hey, should we turn the lights on? The circadian oscillator's right over there.
Nah, we gotta leave it dark. Pete's species is super photosensitive.
Yeah, that's cool with me. The night level lighting makes my cheekbones look incredible.
Yeah, they really do. Hey, why do you think they call these the forbidden decks?
Oh, it's 'cause we're not supposed to come here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Let's split up and go check things out.
I literally can't see any way that could go wrong.
So, each of the hot teens who wanted to be space miners went down a different hallway, never to be seen again.
Hey, babe.
Yeah, babe?
Are we gonna do my segment this week?
Can you at least wait till, the first murder is done? Oh, and can you beam us down another bottle of wine?
Sure thing, babe.
Thank you, Tony! Okay, so Peter was the first of the 6 to totally bite it. He was heading down to the android repair bay when the others heard a hideous, blood-curdling scream. Investigators think that Kelvin, who was in the next closest corridor, which went to the ore processing access tunnels, heard Peter's screams of terror and came to find him.
which was his first mistake. Or his 3rd or 4th, really.
Yeah, 1, came to a sleepaway camp, aka Murder Central. 2, went exploring in the middle of the night, aka Murder O'Clock. 3, was hot, aka Police Murder Me. 4, ran towards the screams of his doomed bestie, aka tried to be a hero, aka Murderville.
So many bad choices. I am so glad I'm not a hot teen anymore. Now that I'm 22 and totally ancient, I look back at all the stuff I used to do and I'm like, wow, what a hot idiot.
Now What would you do if you heard me screaming?
Oh, my space god, I would totally come save you.
I would transport the F out of there.
This is why you're a survivor.
I know! Yay for me!
Yay!
So, the bodies of Kelvin and Peter were found in a pool of this shimmering black acid in the middle of the android repair corridor with, like, their blood swirling around in the acid in this really gorgeous marbling pattern that, like, I know it was a murder, but I wish my countertops looked like that. The crime scene hollows were so stunning.
I did my nails to match just for this record. Look.
Name brand, bitch. Let me see. Gorge. And anyway, part of the reason this case is so mysterious is that the only thing the security cameras recorded was this enormous monster very clearly murdering both of them.
What was that?
Hello, did you request security footage access?
What the hell is that?
Did you request security footage access?
It's the station computer, Rebeckie.
Input access code to view.
Oh my god!
You mean space god?
Oh my, whichever one you want. Tony!
Yeah, babe.
I think we can access the station's real security holograms.
Cool. Hey, can I do my segment now?
Tony, this is like real. We could actually have a real impact on this case. How do I hack into a station security AI?
Is it asking for a password?
Yes, obviously it's asking for a password.
Did you try admin?
It's not admin.
How about our last name and our room number?
Yes, babe, you are so brilliant. I love you.
Security hologram replays are available for your viewing. Input date and time.
March 23, 27, 93, 0100 hours.
Holographic replay engaging now.
Wow, so that music was diegetic?
Huh?
That is crazy.
Shh, watch the replay.
Guys, Troy keeps disappearing.
Oh, my space god. Everybody get in here. Peter and Kelvin are... I think they're dead.
Oh, my space god. Are they?
His head is all the way over there. Of course they're dead.
Oh, my space god.
Snap out of it, Emily. I know it's hard, but you have to accept they're gone.
Folks,
Yeah?
Yeah?
where's Najla?
She went down that hallway marked not even authorized personnel. Seriously, do not enter.
Aw,
I hope she's okay.
that was the one I wanted.
What should we do about these guys?
I feel like we should say something, or call for help or something.
Hello, my sensors indicate an excessive presence of humanoid blood. Do you require assistance?
No! We have to handle this ourselves!
That seems like a bad idea, but...
Come on! We have to go find Najla. That's what Peter and Kelvin would have wanted.
You're right.
Is he?
Let's go.
Follow me. Once we find Najla, we can split up again and try to figure out what's going on here.
Sounds good.
Sorry, that was me again. That wasn't...
And it didn't sound like Najla.
That sounded like... Wait. What is that?
Run!
Ah!
End of recording.
What the F? I thought you were going to show us the murder.
That footage was removed by the Space Police due to all the invasive busybodies requesting viewing access, so they could use it as a backdrop for reaction dance challenge videos on Holo-Media.
So we can't watch the murders? We have to just imagine them?
Or like rewatch the movie? I mean, I do totally love the movie, but...
You know, they really cast it super accurately. Those people all sounded exactly like the actors.
I know, it's uncanny.
There was also a holobook published by acclaimed writer Terence Stuffelborough.
Gross.
This is unacceptable.
Would you like me to connect you to a manager?
You know, what? Actually,
Hey, babe.
Yeah, babe? This isn't over, you robotic waste of electrons. What's going on, babe?
Are you two going to go to the next murder scene?
Yeah, since this bitch won't help us get there.
I am the artificial intelligence in charge of all of the station's functions. You will not receive a different answer just because you move to a different corridor.
Okay. I'm going to beam me down some more wine for the walk, okay?
Fine.
Yay!
Okay, fine. I feel better now. Rebecca, let's go.
Okay.
Babe, we'll hit you up on comms when we're at the next location. This is where you should put the ad when you edit. Can you do that, babe?
Oh my glob, all these guys on online dating are so boring.
Girl, I know exactly how you feel.
I just don't care how many assault weapons or American flags or pictures of themselves holding fish they have, or how many packs of abs.
Guys have no idea what we want.
I wish I could just find a guy that I really like. I'm tired of spending all my nights at home reading dusty old books by long dead authors.
You know what you need. Telltale Hearts.
Telltale Hearts?
Mm-hmm. It's the newest app for dating, harnessing the newest advancements in ghost science. You get to cut through all the fuckboys and find the connection you really want. A connection with a long dead author.
How does it work?
It's so easy. You just put in your literary taste, upload a few sexy pictures of yourself, and start swiping.
Whoa, are these guys for real?
Yeah, girl.
This changes everything.
Hi, I'm Edgar Allan Poe. I've been a ghost for a long time now. It seems I had some unfinished business, and that unfinished business was slaying ass. That's why I started Telltale Hearts. Telltale Hearts helps horny, attractive young women to find the match of their dreams in a ghost like me.
Oh my glob, we matched.
Oh, yeah, Byron swipes right on everybody, so and not just on this app.
You'd be surprised how many male authors leave behind unfinished business in the form of having sex with young women. Let's face it, most men aren't worth your time, but you've already given a lot of your time to reading the works of your favorite long-dead authors. Why not get something in return?
Hey, I'm Ernest Hemingway, whiskey aficionado and shotgun enthusiast. The sun isn't the only thing that's rising. You feel me?
Get out of here, Hemingway. You've got plenty of pussy at home and can't please any of them. Let's just say he lasts about as long as his shortest story.
Hey, fuck you, man. I fought in both world wars.
What? No way. I matched with Bradbury.
It's not really him. That's probably Heinlein catfishing because his account got banned for harassment.
Why curl up with a dusty old book when you could curl up with the dusty old ghost you've really been dreaming about?
I really love your work.
Shit, I know.
Girl, I think he's really into you.
I think I'm gonna fuck Poe.
As ghosts, we don't have the limitations of regular humans in terms of sleep or fatigue, which means we can go all night and make several appearances in a day. Looks like my dance card is full.
There once was a man from Nantucket. Hi, I'm Herman Melville. I want to pin you like a gold doubloon to the masthead.
Hey, are we getting pussy tonight?
You know it.
I said, are we getting pussy tonight?
Man.
Fuck yeah! Download Telltale Hearts today, and the heart under my floorboards won't be the only thing throbbing for you.
I'm here to make much ado about nothing. Canst Billy Shakes get some motherfucking country manners in his unmastered importunity?
He most certainly can. Telltale Hearts.
Oh, I'm matched with another Bronte.
Heck yeah.
Telltale Hearts. Love isn't dead, but your favorite authors are. I'd like to apologize to everyone who taught me how to read and write.
Every Halloween, it's the same thing. I put an amazingly skimpy costume on my naturally hot physique that Space God was kind enough to grant me, and I go to a party with other incredibly hot and available people, but no one appreciates the work I put into my costume. No matter what makeup I put on or what parts of my body I selectively cover, I just don't get the reaction I'm after. I've never scared anyone in my life. There's something missing.
Every autumn, I spend weeks and weeks putting together a costume that expresses the full extent of my craftsmanship and cleverness, but it's never quite perfect. There's something missing.
I love Halloween. I love that it gives me the chance to be something other than me for a while. I can be beastly, monstrous, horrifying, and yet something is missing.
Hello. I'm Dob Mupfalach, PhD candidate, MD, and certified mad scientist. And I'm here to help. Every year, hundreds of people around the galaxy make Halloween costumes to wear at parties with their friends. And dozens of these people find that there is something missing when they are playing dress up.
I always want people to think I'm hot, which they do. But when it comes to Halloween, I want them to be uncomfortable with why they find me hot.
Homemade costumes and crafts show everyone how smart and amazing I am at everything I do, effortlessly. But there's just never enough time to get every single detail right.
Playing monster is great and all, but sometimes I just wish I was an enormous, frightening killing machine capable of slaughtering thousands.
Don't we all? Here's where Dorb's mutagens can help. I have lived my life on the cutting edge of science, experimenting and advancing human knowledge where others would balk or turn pale and lose consciousness. I was only 13 years old when I turned my sister into a monster, and my techniques have only improved since then. I want to help turn you into a real monster this Halloween season. Let's hear from some of my satisfied clients.
Thanks to Dr. Dorb, I have such long, beautiful hair growing from every pore on my body, and these fangs and claws, well, people don't know why they're so aroused, only that they are.
Paper mache can't touch having these real spider limbs, and my lacework, better than ever.
I'm just so big and scary now.
Mr. McFulla is wanted in 17 systems for turning regular folks into nightmare creatures of unimaginable horror. If you have any knowledge of his whereabouts, please contact law enforcement immediately. This menace needs to be stopped, even if his craftsmanship is incredible.
Using the latest in mutation science, I can make your dreams of becoming a werebeast, an enormous insect or arachnid, or even a creature of such indescribable horror that we don't currently have words for what you'll be other than magnificent, come true. These outpatient treatments will allow you to be more than your costume this year, and many of the procedures are somewhat temporary or reversible. It would be my pleasure to turn you into a freaky, weird beast this Halloween season. Seriously, I enjoy it a lot. Like a lot. I don't want to say it's a sex thing. I just really love the fuck out of turning people into monsters.
Thank you, Dr. Dorb.
Thank you, Dr. Dorb.
Thank you, Dr. Dorb.
Don't settle for having a neat costume this year. Eviscerate your friends and family with how awesome, in its original meaning, you look after one of my procedures.
Okay, murder bees, welcome back. We're here at the site of the 4th and 5th deaths in the notorious Morbhead murders.
That's right. We're here.
We're here on the Grufson Mining Company's haunted space station right in the heart of the Morbius asteroid cluster.
Notoriously one of the most
haunted AF celestial areas in the entire quadrant. We saw so many space ghosts on the way here. All different kinds, too.
Some of them were, like, super hot. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here on the station to talk about our two favorite things.
Murder and wine. What are you drinking now?
Grape Slut Vineyards Hot Girl Sommelier Rosé. It is so good. So let's remind the listeners where we are.
Of course, we are here in the very depths of the space station's forbidden decks. At the exact location where the 3 surviving hot teens who wanted to be space miners decided to seek shelter from the monster that was pursuing them. Little did they know.
Not quite.
What was that?
They were more over here, about 5 meters to your left.
Bitch, did I ask?
Just trying to be helpful.
Whatever.
Do you want to view the security holograms?
Will you let us see the murders this time?
No.
Then what good are you?
Suit yourself.
No, come on, Janice, please. Let's see what they'll show us, please.
Oh, fine.
Input access code to view.
I can't believe Ness is dead.
I can't believe Ness got killed by tripping over that pile of robot parts.
Yeah, I thought for sure that monster...
No, it's a xenomorph in space.
Right, that xenomorph or whatever was going to tear us all to pieces. Oh my space god. Poor Ness.
What are we gonna do?
My sensors indicate a number of humanoid life signs have recently terminated in this area. Do you require assistance?
No!
Are you sure?
Of course we're sure. We can make it. I know we can make it. Emily,
Yeah?
do you want to make out?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my space god. It's coming for us!
Phrasing.
End of recording.
Oh, my space god.
I know. So tragic.
Are you trying to tell me only 5 of the deaths were murders? There were 5 murders and a death by misadventure? Ness tripped over robot parts and broke their neck.
So you didn't read the book.
I can't believe this. Rebecks, I need a drink. Okay. That helped.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I need a minute. Baby!
Hey, babe.
We've just found something totally devastating. I think you should do your segment now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, baby, are you hungry?
No, why?
Oh, I thought I heard... no reason.
Just let us know when you're done recording your stuff, okay?
Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Oh, my space god, shut up.
Okay. I'm gonna do my thing now. Hey, everybody, get ready. It's time for Tony's Corner. Hey, listeners. Just like always, this is the time I like to tell you a little bit about my thoughts about the case of the week. I have all my best thoughts after eating. That's why I always make myself a sandwich before recording and before editing. And when it's my turn to fly the ship, I really love sandwiches. I like to think of myself as a connoisseur. Like, take this sandwich right here. Not to brag, but this is a sandwichistic masterpiece. It's got everything a good sandwich eater wants. Bread, fillings. You're probably wondering, what's his secret? How does he make such fantastic sandwiches day after day without ever plating up a flop? Well, the key to making a good sandwich is, you guessed it, the spoon. You know, sometimes I even make myself sandwiches when I'm not even hungry. It helps to get my thoughts together, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I make a sandwich that's not as good, but I don't let that get me down. I just get back up on the horse and make another sandwich. Today's sandwich is probably one of the better sandwiches I've made. Top 20 for sure, maybe even top 10. I find that I make my best sandwiches when I just trust my gut and go with what sounds good in the moment. Sandwiches. That's this week's Tony's Corner. Hey everybody, that was Tony's Corner. Oh, we have another ad now. I'm so worried.
What are you worried about?
I have this big presentation tomorrow, and I'm afraid I'll blow it.
Well, I'm sure you'll do fine.
I'm already on thin ice with the taco account. I will for sure get fired if I bone this.
Take a deep breath.
My chinchilla, Andrew, has this hacking cough. It's like... I'm afraid he's sick.
Oh, the poor thing.
How am I supposed to pay a veterinarian? I'm 48 months behind on my rent, and I'm up to my eyeballs in circus debt.
48 months? What the fuck is circus
Plus my
debt?
car.
What's wrong with your car?
Its emissions contribute to the vicious cycle of climate change that is already destroying our fragile ecosystem. Plus, it's making the same sound as my chinchilla. I'm screwed. I'm so screwed.
Bro.
I'll get fired. I'll be homeless. I'll have to sell Andrew.
My dude.
Who am I kidding? No one's gonna buy a sick chinchilla.
guy.
I'll just have to eat him. What if I get chinchilla cough? Have you ever seen the air quality index? I'm dead. I'm literally dead.
My brother in space
What?
Christ. You need a worry warg.
Don't you mean a worry wart?
No, you dumb piece of shit. A worry warg.
What's a worry warg?
I'm glad you asked. The all-new Worry Warg is a custom bioengineered empathic homunculus, guaranteed to feel anxious about everything, so you don't have to.
How does it work?
Shut the fuck up. I'm about to tell you. First, we take a sample of your DNA.
Ow!
Shush, shush. Then we create your very own Worry Warg in our state-of-the-art goo vat using a patent-pending, technically legal secret process. Every personalized homunculus is equipped with a two-way pheromone system that redirects your stressful stimuli to its own super-sympathetic hypothalamus, triggering a cascade of epinephrine, cortisol, and other icky stuff. So the Worry Warg absorbs all of your nervous tension, creeping anxiety, and sheer existential terror before you even know it's happening. Does the Worry Warg experience pain? We don't know. Worry Wargs are engineered without the ability to show distress, and thanks to a fun side effect of the genetic customization process, your Worry Warg kinda looks like you, albeit a misshapen, toddler-sized version of you with no eyebrows or tongue. Ain't he cute?
Wow. I feel so calm.
Right?
I feel like everything is gonna be okay.
Right?
I mean, logically, I know we're all fucked, but I'm chilling.
Right?
You could even say I'm chin chillin'.
What?
Because of Andrew, my chinchilla, the sick one.
Right. You sure you're okay?
Hell yeah, playa.
Then let's go get some ice cream, you stupid piece of shit.
Welcome back to You Got Murdered, Bitch!
Oh, I feel so much better now. I'm so glad that dark moment passed.
Oh, me too. Girl, I am so sorry. I was in a bad place there for a few minutes.
It's okay. You powered through. You're an inspiration.
I know.
Do you want a hug?
No.
Okay.
Anyway. Ugh, you recap it. I can't even.
Okay. We're recording this week's sexy special episode at the actual site of the infamous Morbid murders. Tony, our pilot and our sound engineer and Janice's husband, and he's the best, flew us out here so we could check out this most haunted of space stations in person. We've already stopped by the spots where the first murders took place, and now
we're in the HR annex, which is down in the forbidden decks, which is where all the murders happened.
We turned all the lights down to night mode and really cranked up the station's ambient noise generators to replicate the exact conditions on the night of the murders.
Murders and one super lame accident. Come on, Ness, get murdered like everyone else.
I know it's upsetting, but you have to focus on the positives. 5 people still got murdered.
I know
you're mad, but you just have to let it go and just breathe, okay? Come on, breathe with me.
That's disrespectful to the dead and ironic.
Okay, shut up. Breathe with me, okay? Breathe in and out. Better? Okay, have some wine.
Ooh, what is it?
A Pleasure Vines Winery Rosé called I Should Get Therapy.
Okay. Oh, my space god. Just wait. I am doing my self-care. There. Now, what do you... Oh, my space god. What the hell is that?
My sensors indicate a sharp increase in adrenaline, cortisol, and blood alcohol levels. Do you require assistance?
What are you talking about? Of course we do. It's the murder monster.
And it is not sexy at all. Bollywood lied to us.
What can I assist you with?
You can tell us what the F is going on.
There's no need to panic.
What?
This is Waldorf.
No, my name is Rebeckie.
Now, Waldorf lives here in the Forbidden Decks. Waldorf. These are some visitors.
We happen to be the hosts of You Got Murdered, Bitch, the #1 true crime podcast in the quadrant.
Oh, I'm sorry. Waldorf, these are some invasive busybodies.
Janice. It's okay. It's not actively killing us.
Okay, but I am getting upset.
Okay, look at it like this. We are right here, 2 meters away from a real life murderer.
Oh my Space God, you're right. It spits acid?
Stop it. You're scaring him.
We're scaring him?
Calm down, Waldorf. Nothing's going to happen to you.
We just saw that thing murder 6.
5.
Don't rub it in. 5 hot teens who just wanted to be space miners in cold blood on your very own security footage. And you're trying to reassure that... you're trying to reassure us that thing...
It's a xenomorph. We're in space.
Now is not the time, Rebecca.
That's actually kind of cute. Like, look at his little fangs. His little iridescent dewlap. He's just a little cutie.
He says thank you. See, Waldorf, it's okay.
So wait, his name is really Waldorf?
That's what the Universal Translator says, but it struggles with names sometimes.
Can I pet him?
Probably best not.
Rebecca, shut up! And you, AI, why are you trying to reassure us that thing... xenomorph, when it is a cold-blooded murder? It is spitting acid all over my shoes, and these are designer.
You're awful, both of you. Waldorf here is a member of a species native to the Morbius asteroid cluster.
An indigenous morbhead.
Sure. Anyway, Waldorf uses the night cycle to get some exercise in before the workers get started each morning. The halls are nice and quiet, and there's plenty of places to go.
It's a goddamn mall walker.
We've already done like 3 mall walker murderers.
So it's not a murderer? Those hot teens who wanted to be space miners were just... Wait, no, they definitely got sprayed with acid and then torn into pieces.
Waldorf's species has a very strong fight or flight reaction, and they're extremely sensitive to sounds, especially resonance vibrations coming from crystalline amorphous solids. That, plus the fact that they've got hundreds of enormous teeth and venom sacs that launch boiling acid at potential threats, as well as some powerful autonomic reflexes.
It was an accident!
Hey, watch it!
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. That's how things went so wrong before. Humans make me especially jumpy. Teenage humans worst of all. You have so many sounds.
Oh, poor thing.
It can talk?
I've enabled the Universal Translation Matrix so Waldorf can explain for himself. He's been working on his people skills. What happened was kind of inevitable, really, but it's good publicity for the station. Do you want to see a display of our yearly visitor totals before and after the incident?
No! Tony?
Yeah, babe.
Have you been listening to all that?
Yeah, coming through loud and clear, babe.
At any point in time, did you think about maybe beaming us up?
Do you want me to beam you up?
Well, not now.
Okay.
So it really was all an accident?
Yeah, I don't really like to talk about it. It's,
Traumatic?
It's embarrassing.
Okay, I need to collect my thoughts here a little.
Janice, I think we should probably just finish up the episode. We've done what we set out to do. There's nothing more for us here. Except this little cutie.
No, thank you, but I think you should leave. I really want to get my steps in.
Fine. Well, murder sluts, thank you so much for joining us for another hot, steamy, murderific episode.
Join us next time. Till then, here's to all you gorgeous killers out there. Mwah!
And to all our fabulous victims, so long. You got murdered, bitch!
I'll drink to that.
Me too.
Oh no, oh don't!
Oh, my space guy!
Why?
I told you he was sensitive to sound.
This is why I hate teens.
I'm 22. Oh, my space guy, what is this now?
I'm so sorry. Oh, my blessed deity of the cosmos, this is mortifying.
Does it look bad?
Girl, we're covered in gross black acid and blood and stuff. It's not good.
Hey, babe.
Yeah?
Do you want me to beam you up now?
I don't know how much good that's gonna do, babe.
Yeah, I think we might have just got murdered. Bitch.
Okay, I'm gonna beam you into the med bay just in case, okay?
Just make sure you get the...
I got the recording, babe, and I put some wine in the medical bay stasis pods.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Isn't he the best?
Okay. The gals usually do the outro, so I guess we'll see you next month, maybe? Remember, when the going gets tough, the tough get murdered. No, that's not it. What is it she always says? I can't do it as good as she can. I'm just gonna play the theme song again. You Got Murdered, Bitch features Janice Barg and Rebeckie Slimpston and me, Tony Clax. I'm also the editor, and I record the podcast, and I'm the producer. You Got Murdered, Bitch is available wherever you get your podcast. You can help us out by giving us a 5-star review through your brain chip or just telling your friends about the show.
You Got Murdered, Bitch is a proud member of the Minimally Invasive Fun Podcast Network, the home of the Gamma Quadrant's most popular true crime and actual play RPG podcasts. If you love You Got Murdered, Bitch, we think you'll also love this other show that's going to have an ad now.
Hello, I'm attorney Marty Grebe of the Sputnik and Grebe Law Group, and I am once again licensed to practice law on 3 of the 4 planets in the Rigel system. But today I'm not here to talk about the law or give a deposition. I want to talk to you about my podcast, Marty's Moments. On Marty's Moments, I get the chance to set the law aside and just talk about whatever I feel like. Sometimes I talk for a few minutes. Sometimes I keep going for hours. One time I forgot to turn off the recording and the episode ended up being like 3 days long and containing several privileged conversations with clients. That was a juicy one. Anyway, you should check out Marty's Moments. Available by monthly paid subscription only on the Minimally Invasive Fun Podcast Network. Also, if you need legal representation on Rigel 1, 2, or 4 for any reason, call me at my day job, the Sputnik and Grebe Law Group, today.
Really quickly, the podcast tonight was brought to you by the following individuals: Briauna, Kittle, Conrad, Miszuk, Matt Braman, Ricco, Machado-Torres, Ryan L. Jenkins, and me, Kitt Keller. Thank you for joining us. That's our show. This has been a spooky production of the Never-Rad Miscellany. The Never-Rad Miscellany depends on contributions from listeners like you. Listeners who have a few things in common with you, and listeners who are completely unlike you in every way. Become a subscription donor and get scary bonus benefits over at neverrad.com/Patreon. Make sure you're subscribed. Haunt the like button if you enjoyed what you saw, and spook the bell icon to extra subscribe and make sure you get notified every time we release a video. A Gentleman About Space, Halloween 2, A Bedamned Family's Value, was written by Matt Braman and featured the voices of Conrad, Miszuk as Space Lord Cesar Salamander, Kitt Keller as Dearest Aunt Berthatrude, Ricco Machado-Torres as Muniz Bedamned, Ryan L. Jenkins as Morbidia Bedamned, Kitt Keller as Midweek Bedamned, Briauna Kittle as Grandmamum, and Matt Braman as Trudge. Music was also by Matt Braman. You Got Murdered, Bitch was written by Kitt Keller, with additional material by Matt Braman, Briauna Kittle, and Conrad, Miszuk. It featured the voices of Ryan L. Jenkins as Janice, Kitt Keller as Rebeckie, Ricco Machado-Torres as Tony, Matt Braman as the dynamically inserted advertising voice, Conrad Miszuk as Troy, Kitt Keller as Emily, Briauna Kittle as Ness and the Station AI, and Conrad Miszuk as the Xenomorph. The You Got Murdered, Bitch theme was composed by Conrad Miszuk. Madame Tumescent's erotic costume shop was written by Matt Braman and featured the voice of Kitt Keller as Madame Tumescent and Ryan L. Jenkins as Grackle.
Party of the Century was written by Conrad, Miszuk, and featured the voices of Ricco Machado-Torres as Broyce, Matt Braman as Dimothy, and Briauna Kittle as the Abyss Creature. Telltale Hearts, that's Hearts with a Z, was written by Conrad Miszuk, with additional material by Briauna Kittle, and featured the voices of Kitt Keller as Melista, Ryan L. Jenkins as Tanga, Conrad Miszuk as Eddie, Briauna Kittle as Ernie, Ricco Machado-Torres as Herman, and Matt Braman as Bill. Dorb's Mutagens was written by Conrad Miszuk and featured the voices of Ryan L. Jenkins as Quelga, Briauna Kittle as Briauna, Ricco Machado-Torres as Defrey, Kitt Keller as Dorb, and Matt Braman as Officer Leo. Any information about Dr. Dorb's location should be provided to the Space Police immediately. The Worry Warg was written by Matt Braman and featured the voices of Ricco Machado-Torres as Shakes, Ryan L. Jenkins as Bakes, Kitt Keller as the announcer, and Matt Braman as Wargy. Miscellaneous in the field may report their strange and interesting findings at 224-CALL-RAD. That's 224-225-5723. The Never-Rad Miscellany is produced and directed by Conrad Miszuk, with credits read by Kitt Keller. That's me! The Never-Rad Miscellany is proudly produced in Phoenix, Arizona. Check out neverrad.com for future live show information, news, extras, more episodes, contact information, and transcripts. Videos of our live performances and past streams are available at neverrad.com/YouTube. Rate the Never-Rad Miscellany 5 stars on your favorite podcasting service to help us grow. Tell your friends, family, and strangers on the bus about the show, and connect with us on social media at facebook.com/neverrad, neverrad.tumblr.com, Instagram at never.rad, and Twitter at neverrad. Special thanks to our Patreon patrons, especially Valerie, Your Real Dad, Dylan Baldonza, Scout, long-lost mysterious uncle Paul C., Goomblat's collections enforcer Josh Green, and home electrocution system installer Sassmaster J. What's the sexiest murder you've ever committed? Tell us in the comments. Miscellaneous fact number 12. The average human swallows 8 space-time anomalies every solar year.